Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Report, where we bleed silver and black every single day. I'm your host, bringing you the latest from the heart of the NFL. And folks, if you're a Raiders fan, buckle up because today's update on our star defensive end Max Crosby is going to have you on the edge of your seat.
Have you ever wondered what it takes for a player to become the soul of a franchise? Well, in Las Vegas, that player's name is Max Crosby, and right now, amid a rocky season, the rumors swirling around him are as intense as a fourth-quarter comeback. But hold on, there's a twist that's got Raider Nation buzzing with hope. Let's start with the big picture. The Las Vegas Raiders are sitting at 2-5 as they head into their bye week, and yeah, it's been a tough ride so far. We've seen flashes of brilliance, but consistency has been elusive, especially in a brutal AFC West division where rivals like the Kansas City Chiefs and Los Angeles Chargers are always lurking. With the NFL trade deadline just a couple of weeks away, the speculation mill is in overdrive, particularly about trading away our defensive powerhouse, Max Crosby. Now, for those new to the game, Crosby isn't just any player. He's a disruptive force on the defensive line, the kind of guy who sacks quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes for breakfast and rallies the entire team with his relentless energy. Why the rumors? Well, it makes sense on paper. Crosby's proven he's one of the elite defensive players in the league. Think double-digit sacks year after year, all-pro nods, and a motor that never quits. Teams contending for the Super Bowl would love to snag him, especially since he's only tasted the playoffs once in over 6 seasons with us. He's been vocal about wanting to win at the highest level, and who can blame him? But here's where it gets interesting. Crosby's loyalty to the Raiders runs deeper than the Grand Canyon. He's said time and again that he wants to finish his career in silver and black, building a legacy right here in Las Vegas. And according to reports from NFL Network's Tom Pelissero, the Raiders are on the same page. They're not shopping him. That's right, folks. No fire sale here. The front office has made it crystal clear to Crosby that he's staying put, shutting down those trade whispers for now. But wait, there's more to this story. During our Week 7 matchup against those pesky Chiefs, a heartbreaker of a loss, by the way, Crosby tweaked his knee and had to sit out the rest of the game. Raider Nation held its collective breath. Losing Max for any stretch would be like pulling the plug on our defense. He's the anchor, the guy who leads by example with his work ethic and intensity. Thankfully, it sounds like we dodged a bullet. Sources say the team was just being extra cautious, and after this bye-week rest, Crosby should be back and ready to roar. No long-term damage, just a minor scare in a season that's already tested our resilience. Now, let's dive deeper into why Max Crosby is irreplaceable for the Raiders. Born in 1997 in Burbank, California, Crosby's journey to stardom is the stuff of underdog legends. He played college ball at Eastern Michigan, where he racked up impressive stats but flew under the radar until the Raiders drafted him in the 4th round back in 2019. Since then, boom, he's exploded onto the scene with 52 sacks in his career so far, including a career-high 14.5 in 2022. That's not just numbers, that's dominance. Tactically, Crosby's a nightmare for offensive lines. He uses his length, those 6 feet 5 inches arms, and quick first step to blow past blockers, collapsing pockets and forcing turnovers. Compare that to legends like Howie Long, one of our Hall of Fame defensive ends from the 1980s who helped us win Super Bowl 18. Crosby's got that same fire, that Raider toughness that defined our glory days in Oakland and LA. Speaking of history, let's not forget the Raiders' storied past. Founded in 1960 as part of the AFL, we've got 3 Super Bowl rings, 11, 15, and 18, with icons like Marcus Allen dancing into the end zone and Ken Stabler slinging passes like a gunslinger. The move from Oakland to Las Vegas in 2020 was bittersweet, leaving behind the Black Hole fan section but ushering in the era of Allegiant Stadium, that gleaming dome right on the Strip. It's become a fortress, hosting electric games under those bright lights, and Raider Nation? They're as passionate as ever, traveling from coast to coast in their pirate gear, chanting, "Just win, baby." Al Davis's mantra that still echoes today. But back to the present. This 2-5 start has echoes of tougher seasons, like 2020 when we finished 8-8 but missed the playoffs. Statistically, our defense ranks in the middle of the pack this year, allowing about 24 points per game, but Crosby's been a bright spot with his pressures and tackles for loss. Without him, we'd be even more vulnerable, especially against mobile QBs like Justin Herbert of the Chargers or Russell Wilson with the Broncos, our divisional foes who thrive on extending plays. Injuries have plagued us too. Remember last year when we dealt with setbacks but still pushed for a wild card? This knee issue with Crosby could have derailed everything, but his quick recovery speaks to his conditioning. He's sober now after overcoming personal battles, and that mental toughness translates on the field. Imagine if I could grab a quick chat with Crosby right now. Picture this: "Max, how are you feeling about these trade talks?" He'd probably flash that grin and say, "Man, I'm a Raider for life. I've got unfinished business here in Vegas. We're building something special with Coach Pierce and the guys. That knee. It's nothing. I'll be back stronger, ready to hunt quarterbacks and bring that Lombardi trophy home where it belongs." Or let's hear from a fictional fan in the stands. As a lifelong Raider from Oakland, seeing Crosby stay put is huge. He's our modern-day Howie Long, loyal, fierce, and all about the team. Trade him? No way, that's not Raider football. And what about Coach Antonio Pierce? In my expert opinion, and I've covered this team for years, he's the right leader to turn this around. Looking ahead, the implications are massive. If we keep Crosby healthy and motivated, we could rattle off wins against teams like the Bengals or Saints coming up. Playoff odds? Slim at 2-5, but stranger things have happened. Remember our 2021 run to the postseason? Predictions. I see us finishing around 7-10, but with Crosby anchoring the D, we spoil a few contender seasons. Long-term, retaining him sets us up for a strong draft, maybe snag a top QB prospect, and builds toward 2026 contention. Raider trivia time. Did you know we once beat the Chiefs in a blizzard game back in the 70s? Rivalries like that fuel us. The Chiefs are our arch nemesis, with epic battles from Arrowhead to Allegiant. But enough analysis. Let's talk pop culture. Crosby's story is like a Hollywood script. From overlooked draft pick to tattooed warrior, he's got that full sleeve of ink telling his life story. He's inspired fans everywhere. Think of him as the NFL's version of a Marvel anti-hero. Gritty, powerful, and always fighting for his city. And with Vegas ties, imagine crossover events like Raiders games synced with Sphere shows or celebrity sightings from stars like Usher, who's performed at halftime. In closing, Raider Nation, this season's not over yet. Max Crosby's staying, he's healing up, and the fire in his eyes says we're in for a fight. So, tune in to our next game after the bye. Mark your calendars for that showdown with the Bengals on November 3rd. Whether you're tailgating at Allegiant or watching from home, let's show the world what Raider pride looks like. Just win, baby. Thanks for joining me. Stay passionate, stay loyal. Until next time.